Uh, um, up on the slate for this week, on the 10th, we are going to Dallas, to face the Mavericks. Right. So let's. I don't know, Jake. You got some? Do you have anything that you want to share screen wise?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Right here.
And then let while you're doing that, I'm gonna scroll. Okay, so we
Damn,
still
just
have
Luka.
one more. We still have one more game against these guys in April 11th. So it's not the end of the season series, but I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, Jake.
Yeah, I mean it's just it's the Mavericks that we lost to. They actually have a fully healthy team. No people on the IR list at all. Um, and so I mean it's the Luca show. Kristaps is actually doing pretty solid. And then obviously you have people like Tim Hardaway Jr., uh, Josh Richardson, and then a couple of their other role players that just kind of come in do the work that they need to do. But they've actually kind of been disappointing this year. They haven't. I don't exactly remember what record they have, but it's
They're like right behind us. They're in the eighth seed, I believe,
yeah,
and they've been playing a lot better in
Yeah,
as
I
of
think.
recent.
Hmm.
yeah, exactly. So, um, but I mean, who knows? I feel like coming into this game, it'll be tough because Luca's Luca, um, and obviously, um, a lot of the word around the NBA has definitely been hateful towards Luca, hateful towards Trey, just because of what they've been doing on the offensive end. And my take on that at least is just the fact that like you can't really get mad at the players that are taking advantage of the game, but like we need to fix that after this season. Like we need to fix the fact that Luca
They're
and
jumping
Trey are
sideways.
jumping 20 feet 20 feet forward, 20 feet sideways, just so that they could get a bump and get a foul. Like
Yeah,
I
especially
I can't
especially like
fault
especially like Luca, who can create so much separation like so easily.
exactly. And so it's like it's super annoying and I mean like I even like I kind of try to hold off on like saying like, oh, that's not basketball, yada yada, right, whatever, just because like I mean I know we have like our times, like Demar is I see him do it a lot where he just does his little pump fake and they're up in the air and he just jumps up, gets his little bump, and we get our foul. But that is, to me, whenever I see DeMar doing his little bump up thing, I don't see DeMar doing it and jumping forward. I see DeMar, kind of standing in his little circle and seeing that somebody jumped right into it and maybe a little lean, but still finding himself to just get up and because you jump first, because I got you jumping, it's my,
Hmm.
I get my two shots now. Like I get that, I definitely do, but seeing like the jump forwards and all that kind of stuff, or Trey where he gets somebody on his back and jumps backwards into them into his
See,
shot, like
and honestly, out of all of those, I'm not that I'm the least opposed to the jump forward. Because it's simulated of like a drive to the basket. You know what I mean? Jumping away from the basket or jumping to the left or to the right is like, in my opinion, the more egregious ones. Because
mhm.
that's the like you can have that's what an up and under is. You know what I mean? It's a pump fake, it's a step through and a shot. So like that is a little bit more natural to me, like the jump forward, the lean forward. But yeah, the lean back and the lean
I don't
sides.
think I don't think any of that is natural when you're on the 3 point line. Like these guys do it. I've never seen if I
Mhm.
mean if you're wide open and you take a jump shot, you're gonna just jump straight up and down. So at any point, I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand there and jump forward to shoot a three.
I would agree. I would agree that the further away you are from the basket, the jump
Yeah,
forward starts to look kind of
and this is
ridiculous.
what we're talking about because that's
Yeah.
exactly what Trey does. Trey gets people up and he'll jump forward and he'll jump all the way around. All right, but
Hmm.
and
that's a that's
I
a
get
different
and
that.
that
topic.
but yeah, that was just like a little
Yeah,
a little thing about it. Obviously,
yeah, yeah.
we don't really get a lot of time to talk about that specifically, just because our guys don't really do it that much,
Yeah, that's
uh,
true.
if at all, so I mean, it's just something that like I kind of wanted to bring up, just because like I mean Luca's one of the prime targets in the NBA right now. Definitely getting a lot of hate, and I don't like I said, I don't think he deserves a lot of it, because at the same time, he's taking advantage of the situation, for this season, but at the same time, like it's bringing attention to it, so that next year we have Adam Silver and them like actually go into the meeting saying, all right, this is going to be the rule. You do this, it's an offensive foul or whatever. Like you do this, and whatever, right? We're not going to call it anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
whatever.
It'll change maybe. Hopefully.
It's the kind of like you find the loopholes and you patch them, because if there's something there, all right, now we fix it. Now we can have again a more competitive whatever, right? Like I think it's okay in that sense. Still though, I mean, we can kind of get into just how y'all feel about the game. I feel like this one's gonna be kind of tough, but at the same time, we're coming back from All-Star break. We're gonna be getting our legs ready to go. Hopefully, we'll have a full healthy roster.
That's the thing that scares me the most is like like you just said, they've been fighting through injuries a lot of the at the beginning, especially with Porzingis, and then now they're starting to round into decent shape. So I'm a little bit worried the fact that we don't really know exactly at this moment what our roster is going to be like. Are we going to be at full strength? So that part does.
I think that we have to be at full strength, right? Because there's no way in hell that they're allowing these guys to be on the bench. I feel like.
I mean,
even
that's a good point.
Even if we are at full strength, it'll still be like there's still looming questions on like whether or not LA will be back, whether or not we're going to be given Luka minutes, and like all those kind of little things that like
all of our players
and then the fact that we haven't seen Rudy Gay play basketball for 3 weeks. So the fact that we haven't seen Derek and like a couple of the other guys like just not play basketball for a good minute now,
Derek White has played like 4 games this whole year.
Yeah, but
you get what I mean. You get what I mean though. Like
the reason I think that we'll be back is because Quindary, remember he was first. Quindary sat out, and then all of our other guys sat out, and he played last night in the G League.
Well, yeah, they'll be back to full strength, but
and then he put up 25.
But
do I think that he
there's
could?
There's still gonna be things that what if we come in and like just because they haven't played for so long, like you think they're gonna be ready to?
Jake's just saying that our rotations are gonna still be a little bit in flux, where it feels like Dallas is starting to solidify. I think
these guys. I mean, these guys got a break too, right? So everybody has a small break right now. So I mean, hopefully we get some practices, and we're in the same situation as them. They're all gonna be, other than Luka, right? Luka's playing in the All-Star game, so Luka's gonna be the only one running right now, and then we won't play them until I forget when it is.
Yeah, but I think Jake is just saying like when it comes to the how we're gonna be manning our the floor for the first couple games of leading out of the All-Star break, we're still figuring some things out, and hopefully they start to solidify as we get closer to the end of the year. And it just feels like Dallas is a little bit further along in that process of like they just know a little bit more of what their team looks like.
And you've seen whenever players came back from COVID or from the virus, when they like you've seen whenever Russell Westbrook came back, how he just kind of wasn't feeling himself at the beginning of the bubble, like there's just some people that just kind of like took more time than others to get back into their NBA shape, or to be NBA ready and stuff like that after they came back from the virus, So it's
and we still don't really 100% know how it's gonna. Well, I don't know. Did they mention positive tests for players, any of that kind of stuff?
I thought they did. I remember seeing positive tests, and that's why we had to like skip
maybe
those couple games for the rodeo.
Yeah, maybe. So and because Keldon did say that he had it. He said that it sucked. So I mean, we still don't know enough about COVID in general to see like it could affect some players a lot more than others, and who knows, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that part of it does give me a little cause for concern, just because just like I was saying, it just feels like they're a little bit more solidified than we are. You know what I mean? So I want to see execution. And another thing that kind of scares me is we have not fared too well in these season series. I wish I would have saved the tweet. I wish I would have saved the tweet because I wanted to screenshot it. But yeah, like when it comes to like our season series right now, like we lost to the Thunder. We lost to Golden State Warriors.
The Lakers.
We lost to the Lake. I'm specifically I'm thinking more of the teams that are like right next to us. We lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. We lost the season series to the Houston Rockets, I think, even though they're a little bit below us. But you know what I mean? It's like all of these teams that are like right next to us, like that kind of stuff is gonna matter. So it's like here's another team literally right next to us in the 8th seed, and if we lose this one, now we're at now actually if we lose this one, we lose the season series, right? Because we lost to them the first game. This would be the second, and then we get one more shot. So if we don't win this game, that's another season series that we've lost. So it's like those are the things that like that are so important to me right out the gate coming back from the All-Star break. And I just we need it. We need it,
especially because of how close these standings are.
Yeah,
you never know. Like us,
it's
us,
gonna come down to some of those other records versus just the original wins and losses and seeding. It's
yeah.
gonna come down to some of those tiebreakers. And
Especially like I mean, the fact that we lost to like a team like Golden State in the season series, the fact that we lost to a team like a little less to the Thunder, because I feel like the Thunder is still going to end up being like a lottery team, but that like we lose these season series, and we're sitting here, and we come into the playoffs, and you have like 3 maybe 4 teams that are fighting for 6 or 5 6 7 8, and then like 9 and 10, like you have like those teams like all fighting right there. But then because we lost our season series to 3 of them, we're down right there at the 8 and 9 instead of being up with the cushion at 6 and 7. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah. Or I mean, we obviously rules have changed a little bit with division records and all that kind of stuff in the past, maybe like 10 years or whatever. But we've seen where we could lose a game, or because, like you said, because of little tiebreakers, we can change maybe like 3 or 4 seeds. You know what I mean? Hey, if we would have just won this one game, we would have ended in like the 6th or 6th spot. But instead, since you lost it, now you're the 9th seed. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? Like it could definitely happen. So like those are the things that like are making my ears perk up, like right when I see like a matchup like this. So I mean, this is one of the ones. Luckily, the Spurs have done a pretty okay job at like showing up for the big games. We haven't won them all, but we've I don't think we've really like dropped too many eggs against like the really good teams. We've showed up. So man, I need this one. I need this one. I don't know if the Spurs need it, but I need it.
The Spurs need all of them.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. We just need them. We just need them all. So, luckily for us, we'll have a little bit more of a manageable matchup against Orlando. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add going against? I think we kind of know what we're getting. They're pretty solid all the way through. So, we just need to execute. They're doing really well. I looked it up. Since February, they've won 10 out of their 14 games. So I mean, they've been doing the things that they need to do. So we gotta do the things that we need to do.